then, guys. Revisit time. H&P Aylesbury. Just a quick story, guys. Obviously, Gypsies lived here personally. This is a revisit. I was just trying to expose and educate about a story when basically I wanted to buy a Casio watch, which is just an old-fashioned digital watch that you wear, that you could have in jail. They wouldn't let me have it, so they said I had to buy a watch from their canteen, which is an old-fashioned watch, and they said I could time my escape on this watch, but it was alright to have their watch. And it's just a simple little silly prison policy they have, and as you can see here, they're actually trying to recruit officers here, and I know especially in the police they're trying to employ more, but it seems to be in the prison they're trying to do it as well. So as we can see here, guys, this is the main entrance of Aylesbury. It's around 1 o'clock, so half hour, 40 minutes would be visit time. I'm actually not here to catch any member of the public visiting their family in here, because my family visited me in here personally. But if we could get an officer on camera, it would be something that I'm interested in. Sorry guys, I'm using Expose and Educate's battery pack because this phone keeps going down. But yeah, as we can see, guys, it is a high security young offenders. I will link my last video here in this description to this video, and we will just briefly film and do what we gotta do. You alright, miss? Just a lady there giving me a dirty look, and here's what it is. Officers, please don't bring drugs in.
History. So 19... Sounds about right, looks about that old. Cheers. Thank you.
Look how they got to get in.
Look through the old PPO.
Well, he was happy, wasn't he? Oh, it's like you're in prison yourself, but you only work there.
That's why I started.
He needs to calm down.
So what we got up there? Red light strips, that's your normal routine.
Look here, they need to clean it up here.
What they keep trying to point out to us is this bottom one.
So yeah, I'm just going to take you around a little bit, guys. So this is the usual sign. My family literally come here and visit me, guys, back in 2013. So this would have been where they come. Very intimidating, to be fair. High security young offenders, but it is literally on the main road, as I said last time. Very strange for such a high security prison having it on the main road, but there's contradictions all the time, guys. I'll see you in a minute. There's contradictions all the time to high security prisons in England. I remember when I filmed Belmarsh, that weren't far from main road either, and that's an A category prison. And so this is technically like an A category young offenders, guys. I've told many stories about it's very noisy. I've told many stories about this place, and I'll keep saying it. I'll link it to our first time here. I think it's always good to revisit a place after you've done it. And every time I come here, there's always police going by. So there is actually a public footpath leading you around the prison here. No parking in this location by order of the governor. As we can see, guys, there's a public footpath leading around the prison. Please do not let your animals foul this area. Another sign about drones. Smoking. Prisons have been non-smoking for years now, so it is an outdated sign anyway. And yeah, so the public footpath will lead you around. It's a very, very old-fashioned prison. Maybe when I was in there, the cockroaches, and the general upkeep of the place is an absolute disgrace. It's a very old-fashioned castle prison, and living in there, it is hard. It is very difficult to live in there, even being in a beautiful area like Aylesbury. It's horrible there. So, but like I said, within 20-30 minutes we're going to get a lot of people coming up, normal people, to visit their families. Because visiting time is, if I remember correctly, 1:45 or 2. I'm not going to walk all the way down there, guys. I'm going to take you back to the front. As I said to the group of prison officers, I see you're not bringing drugs in, are you? Because there's a massive problem, guys. Prison officers not being paid enough money, so they're bringing drugs in. And unfortunately, it's ruining lives through their greed. And it needs to be gone, because the re-offending rate inside prisons is an absolute disgrace within the first year. 52% within the first year of people going back in jail. I think it's an absolute disgrace within the first year. That's no time. Just starting their early stages on licence, and probation do make it very difficult. And that's the gypsy telling you from my own experience. And it's not an easy place to live in prison anyway, let alone a place like this, where it is heavy, it is strict, and it's 18 to 25-year-olds they have here. And I was here when I turned 21, and they said I could have stayed, and I said no thank you, put me in an adult jail, and they put me in H&P Coldenley from here. This was 2013, guys. We're nearly going 10 years ago. Gypsy feels old. I'm 30 now, guys. This was in the younger days. And that's how it is with that. A very old-fashioned set. An old door, like years ago, guys. The people used to be smaller. So there's a door there, like for small people. You alright, miss?
Hey, what are you filming?
Aylesbury.
Why?
Basically doing a story. Are you a prison officer?
No, I'm not.
I won't film you, miss, if you're not.
No, I'm not.
No, I won't film you, it's okay. Miss, you ain't gotta worry. If you don't want to be filmed, I won't film you. No, I won't film you. Yeah, I was just saying I'll turn the camera off, but she's gonna shit herself. You know what it is? I'm not here to make people nervous, guys. I'm here just filming. So if she didn't want to be on camera, the lady was very polite, I would have took her off, but she kind of walked away then. That's it, guys. If you ask me politely, or you back away too much when you're near me, I will take you off camera. I'm not here to intimidate people. I'm here literally just to document and film. And if you're not happy being on camera, and you ask me respectfully, I won't film you. Jesus.
You got 7 years.
Respect.
You've been inside 15.
You're joking me.
I was in there.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. You don't understand what's
That's-
going on in the system.
Yeah,
Do you want it on there?
Yeah.
I'll put it on my channel.
What's going on in the system is
that's fucking cool.
it's
It's
the
corruption.
IPP.
Yes.
Yeah.
You understand?
Let me
Yeah.
tell you my story. I've got a channel called Gypsy Audit UK.
Mm-hmm.
I spent 7 years behind the door myself. I was in here for 1 year, solid, first young offenders, then moved to Coldenley. I have a lot of friends that are IPP. It's a disgrace. They're over tariff. The staff are younger and younger. They've got no life experience. So the boys, it's reckless. And
Yeah,
there's a
but-
gang mentality in here because of the stress they live in
Yeah,
on a
of
daily
course.
basis. The
Yeah.
bang up.
Of course.
There's no exercise because there's never no staff.
No.
Yeah.
And I bet you it hasn't changed. I was in there 10 years ago nearly.
Ten years
Sound
ago.
like it's
Have you,
changed.
have you been in
Mate,
there?
listen, my nephew's in there.
I
I
feel
was
for
in
you.
there before. It's exactly the same.
I was on B-Wing
Yeah, say I was
in the
on
basement.
TV. Yeah. Do you want me to tell you something?
When
right?
was you
It's so
there? I bet
strange,
I was
right?
there then.
No, mate. Trust me, you weren't there when I was there.
I was only 10 years ago.
The man who used to look after me in here was Terry Butcher's dad. Do you remember Terry Butcher,
Terry
the England
Butcher.
football defender?
Yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
know,
yeah,
yeah,
His
yeah.
dad was a PO in here.
Really?
Yeah. and
I
he
never
loved
knew
me.
that. That's
Look.
interesting with the viewers.
Yeah.
Well, I
His
know that.
dad
What's
loved
he got? A weapon? Is that a prison officer? Yeah. He's walking around like he's got a weapon, man.
His dad loved me
Right.
because his dad thought my son got lucky,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but he's like you.
Yeah, because Terry Butcher.
But you've learnt, you're old, like, not being rude, you're older, you've
Come on,
learnt
I know. I've learned. But my
systems are
nephew's now-
fail.
My nephew's now on an IPP sentence.
Oh, man.
Yeah, which he got 7 years, and he's been inside 15 years.
And
That's
he's
right.
done
He's
double,
got no date of release.
double tariff.
That's bad.
When he does his courses, they move him to another jail. I know, brother. It's,
Everything.
It's
right
horrible.
now he's in. They kicked him out of DCAT.
Oh, he made
Put him
D
back-
then?
It made D, but they put him back into C. Every single thing, anything he does,
Even if he spits.
they put him back. 15 years.
I
he's
feel
been
for
in.
him. He's
We've
two
heard stories
times
of
over
people being
tariff.
sent to D, and then all of a sudden they just yank them
What's
back.
his name? Do you want to pull it out?
Nah, don't put his
No,
name.
no,
That's
no,
all right.
don't put
No
it back.
worries.
And the problem is how can I say it?
It's an absolute disgrace.
It's the worst thing is it's just that they've deemed it illegal, that sentence, about
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
I've got a case on my channel.
And there's still people doing
Aaron,
That's wrong,
he's
mate.
15 years in, like you said, your nephew. He's in Garth now.
that. Long
BCAT.
Larton.
Who?
Is that Long Larton?
No, he's in H&P Garth. I think it's near it. And he's got no release date. Every time he does his courses, it ain't in that prison. So they got to move him again.
Somewhere else.
And do you know what it is? For these boys in here, no matter how tough you are,
Yeah.
and I had a release date luckily. I got EPP luckily, not IPP.
Yeah.
No matter how strong you are, and I feel for your nephew, like, how old is he?
31.
So he's
32.
nearly my, oh man.
So
and he's been in the
due
system.
to move then, is he, soon?
That's gone.
Yeah.
Because of
Well,
his age?
No.
Like, he's just gone back to the system again.
He's
See,
31, 32 now. Now he is.
Oh,
This-
right.
Yeah.
this story needs out,
He
brother.
started off in the young offenders prison.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet you,
But what it is, what people don't realise, the public, right?
yeah, they need to learn.
The public, the normal general public, are happy with them sort of sentences.
Yeah, yeah.
Lock away the key and all this shit. But it was
when-
abolished 10 years ago for
when
being
they-
inhumane.
When they give people them sort of sentences, there's no reform.
But look, what about the licence when he gets out? He's got a 99-year licence.
Yeah.
This is what public don't get.
99-year life.
Yeah, if he spits on the floor after 10 years, he might be able to appeal it.
Let me tell you the worst thing. I'm going to tell you the worst thing. The worst thing is the DBS.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
DBS checks.
DBS check.
Oh, DBS check,
That's
sorry.
the worst
Social.
thing.
He won't get. His life's gonna be hard.
It's because what it is, it's like once you apply for a job,
Yeah.
You failed instantly.
the DBS check you,
Why do you think I?
And then you're out the door.
and then
Why do you think I do this auditing? Yeah, I can't get a proper job.
so you can't. The only job you can get is slaving.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
For
that's how they've set up the
eight-
system.
It's a failure.
Because they
It's a
can't
failure.
make you a slave no more.
No.
But the way they do it is by creating certain things to
Yeah.
push
Of
people
course
in
they
that
do.
direction.
Social services when you got your children. I've got all this to come out this year for me, but
So
I feel for you,
I don't
man.
want to keep it because if you're going on a visit, what time are you
no,
doing?
I'm not.
it'll be
I'm all right.
1:45
Sure.
or whatever.
Where's this guy? Are you
Because
filming?
my-
Are you